How's it going, ladies and bruises? Up, Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Danganronpa V3. We are at the scene of the crime here. The inevitable murder of Angie. It's time to start our investigation. Probably going to be a long episode. Probably going to be a long few episodes. I would suggest getting comfortable. Find some snacks. Get yourself a drink. Get comfortable. Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room. I wouldn't say face down.
What's wrong?
You gonna take a closer look?
Okay.
Yes, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. Alright, let's do it. The book. Maybe she got murdered with the book. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck. With a book? I don't think you can stab someone with a book. As well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck. A sneaky attack, most likely.
Well.
Then, what do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind.
But...
That her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack? Maybe she was attacked by two people. Maybe it was a lynching.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was an uprising in the ranks of her crazy cult. I suppose that'd be unnecessary.
Remember.
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. What's going on with these two wounds? Forehead injury?
Huh?
What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move. Maki pushed me aside and then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body?
What is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean?
But...
I don't know. I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did. Burn.
Okay.
Well, that's true. Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki.
Do you want to die? Sorry.
Sorry, joking, I couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize, I was joking too. I don't believe you. It didn't sound like a joke though. No, you totally wanted to kill me. Ah, this book. The Necronomicon. The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. By performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim.
I knew it.
This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey.
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
Yes, if we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. Oh god. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased, so you don't have to be an artist. That's cool. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Be caution. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. I guess that means she didn't do the ritual then, because the book's not burnt. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual.
This is stupid.
Ain't you really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Okay. What about the sword that's sticking out of Kaede's effigy? A katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy. Is that the katana from Kyo's room?
Damn it!
Who did this and why?
Got a minute?
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy.
Ah!
Wait, this is a crime scene. You can't...
What is it?
You wanted me to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Because...
Yeah, it's true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. Yeah, the edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But...
But why would they go through the effort of using this as the meta weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon. It's on the same floor though, right? But perhaps it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor. They just grabbed something close by. They may have been in a hurry.
Well...
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
A long weapon?
Okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine because they're a hassle to carry anyway. Suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how'd they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf on the katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
Must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily.
Got a minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I have to wash them later. Maki scolded me and then stood in front of Kaede's effigy.
Hey.
I'm gonna put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Thank you. I averted my gaze and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy.
By the way...
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual? Or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
What are you talking about?
Then what's the reason for this?
That's...
I honestly have no idea.
Well...
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
The ultimate anthropologist lab. Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure the katana indeed came from that room. It's definitely that one. What about this hammer? Maybe this is used for the head smack. Head smack. The head smackaroo. What about the doors? Because they were locked. That's important. This door is the lab's back door.
Is this...
The door has a sliding lock and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in and it's been locked ever since.
Hey.
Oh wait, what's this? Gold leaf. Look, there's something gold and shiny on this tab of the sliding lock. They used the sword to unlock the door. Gold and shiny, could it be?
Is that alright?
Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
So what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid the lock open.
Okay.
Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue. Oh yeah, that's an important clue, alright.
Well...
I'm curious about the rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Should we investigate the front door too? I'm gonna take a closer look at it. Mikey walked over to the front door. Let's have a look. Can I face the front door from here? I can't. Oh, I see. I can back out.
Hey.
I just wanted to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. It really is locked.
I knew it.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them in the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clack. There, open sesame. So he picked the cylinder lock open.
Hey.
You think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The Monocubs took the key. Okay, here it is, but there's only one key, so don't lose it. It'd be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside. Let me see that key. One of them swiped the key from Monofani and then lifted it to his mouth. Nom. Ah, he ate it.
Then...
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from the outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from the inside of the room.
No.
Not necessarily, I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. They got out the other door and then locked it with the sword, because the sword's on the inside, never mind. Need to think about that one for a while. Still, it's strange that the front door and back door have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock, and the rear door has a sliding lock. By the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
Is this...
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the monocubs, so both doors can only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to get in and out of the lab, so he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly...
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves. He always appears at oddly convenient times, though, for him, anyway.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. Yeah, a wee bit. What else do we got? Should we talk to the peeps? Mia? This busty brainy beauty has this all figured out. You mean you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
Huh? The culprit? Fuck that.
Hey.
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her?
Wait!
Hey, wait, goddammit. Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me, listen.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better thank me for this.
You know,
I know you all are dumber than fleas, but even you know how weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
well then.
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions?
Listen up!
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time. Marky turned and walked away. Can't say I blame her.
What was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something? So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is it was pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. Hey! You tried to look up the wax figure's skirt.
Hey!
What are you doing? Stop that. What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. So you can use your panty relocation device. Wait, do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now?
Ha! Fucking virgin!
If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already. I'm starting to agree with Marky. Talking to me is a waste of time. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
I mean, she is the obvious... That's why it's probably not her. Her and Shuichi are the most obvious culprits, so it's probably neither of them. Tenko? It's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
Actually.
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
Oh yeah.
That's right, Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Ah.
Yeah, Angie had been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she'd only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here, so Angie only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Samugi. Of that group, Tenko was certainly the most suspicious. Yeah. Because she wasn't actually indoctrinated, she was faking it to get close to Himiko, or to look after Himiko.
Why?
A murder at nighttime is strange. Impossible even.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Because student council made rule that we know can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
Ew.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
But...
But Artua's rule. Angie says he punish us if we not follow his rules.
But...
But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here at night. She was?
But...
No way, student council would never break own rules.
Right.
They should have been asleep in own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she's asleep in her room and get brought here?
Gonta,
If so, Gonta could save her. If only Gonta saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no could save you. I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. What else is there? Let's go to investigation mode. Did we look at this door? I thought talking to Maki would do it, but it's unlocked, but I think there are still things to investigate here. Maybe these guys? No. Angie's body still? Is there more? There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck. as well as a laceration on her forehead. The fatal wound was the one to the neck, but what about the one on her forehead? It also bothers me that her wound on her forehead is deep but not bleeding much. There's one more thing. The duct tape that Maki found under the body. Why would that be here of all places? The tape had Angie's hair on it. It must be related to the case. Well, yeah. I mean, it must be, right? The wax dolls? The 4 effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie. Yes, it does. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly,
Angie made all of these wax figures.
Hey,
Is this rope from the warehouse?
you're right.
I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder, but so does a lot of other places. I mean, you can kill someone with just about anything. There's no point trying to stop people by hiding the weapons, you know? Anything can be used as a weapon. Jesus, you could kill someone with a fucking teaspoon if you wanted to. Anyway, I know these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
By the way, why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? I'm not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? It'd be heavy too. Right, if they're gonna do this much work, there's gonna be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely? I don't know, man. Are we done here? No, we're not done here. Zoom in more and look at the wax effigies more, I suppose. Why are they hung up? Yeah, okay, so that's not new either. What else have we got? This thing? What is this thing? No? The pool of blood. That's new. Well, not new, but I haven't looked at it. A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. It can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this...
This blood is dry. It must have spilled a few hours before Angie was killed. Maybe more. That fits the 2 AM time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but... The only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Hey, I'm reliable as. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy's useless. Anyway, let's continue. I think we've finished investigating everything for now. To the ultimate anthropologist lab? Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we've found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
First, we should investigate the ultimate anthropologist lab. We may find a clue related to the katana.
That's true.
We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Aren't they doing their seance there as well? Something wrong, Maki?
By the way,
Just occurred to me, why am I acting like your partner?
sure, whatever.
Well, it's fine, just don't get used to it. It's not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It is true that Maki is a tremendous help to me. He's on the same floor, right? So it's not too hard to get there. Are they doing the seance there? Are we gonna walk in on something creepy and weird? And creepy? I feel like we probably are. So that'd be cool. Is it this one here? Yep. It was pretty close by. Makes sense to grab a weapon here. The sheath is there. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from... there. It's just the sheath. Earlier the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here, I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab after all.
No.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab too. Oh. Now what?
Oh?
What are you guys doing here?
Ew.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Huh?
Something for the seance?
yeah.
Yeah, that white sheet over there. Why is it on the floor? We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why would you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
So that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet.
Huh?
Study? So let's see. Kokichi took a look around and... I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Yep, it says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see. What does it say about the caged child seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book and he picked up... Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the caged child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in the picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the caged child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium and a dark place with no
I
light.
remember correctly.
Just like Kyo said. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the caged dog village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle. That's right, they're doing the seance in one of those empty rooms. And rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterwards, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
I see.
Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations. The dog god. Do you mean the wooden dog statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the caged child's song. After the song, ask, "Is the caged child?" Then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit. And that's all it says. Sounds complicated.
But...
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Whether it works or not, Kyo has been wanting to conduct the seance for a while. Maybe this murder was just an excuse for him to do the seance. Plus, if he's the one under the cage, and he's the one who's the spirit medium, then he can say whatever he wants and claim it to be the truth coming out of Angie's mouth. Which would make a very good alibi for him if everybody took it as true. He's looking very sus right now. Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of those copies, I've already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
Right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he could conduct the seance without it.
But
Is that even possible? Contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi?
huh?
Well, you know.
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
That's true.
Maybe it's better if you join them.
Huh?
You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now you're talking.
All right.
Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room. Caged child, alright. Let's go. That's up here too on the 4th floor, isn't it? This floor's too creepy, I don't like it, man. Why? Why is this floor the way that it is? Okay.
Hello.
So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You're most welcome to join us.
Oh.
Is what I'd like to say, however, only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join.
Oh, man.
What a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out.
Me?
Why me? I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while.
Listen up.
Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice.
You see.
To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
Why you?
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing.
Do not mock me!
No one's apologized yet.
Oh, man.
Fine, fine, our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude!
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. Fine, but I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi. What did I do? Yeah, we didn't say a word.
Then,
So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
do you understand?
Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon. You draw this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then,
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it
terrifying.
may also unleash a curse.
Okay,
Got it, I'll be careful. I'm surprised you're able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the caged child's song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
I have copied the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read in the dark.
Huh?
We have to memorize the lyrics now?
Oh?
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here's the melody. I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and the lyrics.
Okay.
Alright, I think I got it now. Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective.
Well then,
Let us begin the ritual right away.
How exciting!
Yay, we finally get to see Angie.
so then,
Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. I thought you were going to do it, dude. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
Yeah?
That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
Please.
Tinko.
By the way.
Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So if you feel like crying when you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too.
Damn it!
And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Yes.
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. Seems like the two of them made up. That's good.
so then,
So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
Yes.
Alright, Himiko. I'll see you later. Well, I
now,
thought Kyo
would
was
like
gonna
the
do it.
Spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle. Please be sure to walk on the path so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
Hope no one runs up and stomps on her head.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Stone's a stone, man.
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake. I have 5-star flexibility.
I feel like this isn't gonna go well.
So then,
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
let's see.
First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. Also, please keep in mind, walk carefully so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Yeah.
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong. I don't believe you. I shouldn't have lied.
I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
It would be heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
It's gonna be really hard to not disturb those white lines on the ground.
I shall take that role. All right. Everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The 4 of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
So Tinky's not getting out on her own then.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Oh, holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
Well, that's not so bad.
I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't mix.
Full of shit, Himiko.
Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it.
This is going to be interesting.
So then,
This is the point of no return. Tinker, after this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you.
Got it.
Understood. I'll not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance.
well then,
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing. Whichever's nearest. We each stood in a different corner. Lights out?
now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You shouldn't have picked Kokichi here. He's very unreliable.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Then began the singing.
At last, at long last.
Kyo led us all in the caged child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1? Will the guard dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl?
Oh my god, are we gonna get another murder right now?
At last, at long last.
We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Say,
Is the caged child Angie Yanaka? He began calling. Now, if the medium answers,
say,
is the caged child Angie Yanaka? What's going on?
say.
Is the caged child Angie Yanaga?
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
Hold on.
Himiko, it's very clear that you were not to speak, yes? But something's weird. Why won't she answer? Maybe it failed? Is Tinko dead?
Let's see.
Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
Wait, is that okay?
Well,
Just for now. Confused, I walk along the wall back to the candle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Oh yeah, she's dead. I see blood under there. Hey, what's going on? Did it really fail?
That cannot be.
It shouldn't be the case. The sounds was perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is there still Tenko in there? Tenko?
I see, yes.
I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait, dark arts such as these need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same ones who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this is a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. You can see the blood under the frickin' sheet. Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside.
Oh? Perhaps.
Something is amiss. You mean the blood everywhere? Yeah, I think something is amiss. Himiko ran toward the cage at a sprint. Himiko, I told you not to step on the... But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... How could she possibly get hurt in there? She's protected by the cage. Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up and... Now we got 2 murders to investigate. Jesus Christ. Will you people stop dying for fucking 2 minutes? Oh. The plank she's sitting on has moved.
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monofani's green puke was predicting this tragedy.
Ah!
Oh, the puke color is normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. The seance room? Is that what this is officially called now? The second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
What?
Tenko? Seriously? What is this? How did this happen?
How'd this happen?
Tenko, Gonta's so sorry. Gonta no could protect you.
Got a minute?
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening?
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now, you should maybe start the investigation right away.
Say,
Before that, I'd like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tinker, yes?
huh? If so...
What happens in the event that there are 2 murders by 2 people? What if there are 2 blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario?
Yeah?
What would happen? Monodam, what would happen? What would happen?
Not that!
Why do you look lost too, Monodam? I thought you were going to run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do, really, I don't know. Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate.
Father!
Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help. His brain is broken.
No way!
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that.
Yeah?
It's all your fault, Monofani. Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own.
Ah!
We gotta use the power of love. That'll just snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right!
That's not true. Anything's possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Monodam. Oh, you are so dead, man. Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal.
Father!
I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. Oh, you're making me blush.
Here I am!
I'm back. Were you good while I was away? No.
Thank you so much.
Every time.
With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
Oh, that tickles! Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Gross.
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing! This better not awaken anything in me.
Also gross. God almighty. Make it stop.
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time to relax.
To tell you the truth,
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on a vacation. But I was able to do it.
satisfied with this?
The secret is to just leave whether you get permission or not. Huh? Wait, so then, who's this baldy then?
Yeah?
Oh, just a part-timer I got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here.
Why?
I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Huh?
Now that that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. What happens when you votes to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
I'll answer that.
Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served. First come, first served.
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words,
If the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tinko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tinko's killer wasted a kill, and Tinko herself is a waste of a victim.
now then,
Oh, I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it later.
ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder too.
Father!
Boy, everything is going to run smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leader's got to be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. You're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. Except for the ones that get murdered. He just left us behind, while he was saying he'd never let us go.
How nice!
That's why he's so amazing. Please lick me some more, Daddy. Not a little...
long.
Yeah, I just... Oh, come on. You better kill him, Monodam. Get him. So, to make sense of all
Listen
that,
closely.
if both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
Well, we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tinko's death as well, just in
How
case.
exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit!
You fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
This is bad.
Huh?
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tinko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
No.
So, this is where you need to step up.
Listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then let's check the Monokuma file first. The victim is Tinko Chabashira. Never saw her last name before. The ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle of the empty room on the 4th floor. The time of death is approximately 11 AM. The only visible... we were doing a seance at 11 AM? That's a very strange time to do it. Just before lunch. We're going to have breakfast, seance, lunch, free time. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. A stab wound on her neck. The same as Angie's cause of death. Doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse?
Hey!
What? Curse?
Kaito, calm down.
No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around.
Go back to your room, Kaito. You're hopeless.
Do you want to die?
Nope. I guess she killed him too. A dull sound reverberated through the room.
Are you okay?
My bad.
Shuichi, I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't time to mourn Tinko's death, as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tinko? And to think earlier, I was suspicious of Tinko. I'm sorry, Tinko.
How can this be?
It all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Tinko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Investigation resume.
Well,
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted
Got
to.
it.
Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
That won't be necessary. Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Huh?
Why?
Listen up!
Show him, Kibo. Show me your new power. New power?
His eyes lit up! I, Muiruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
You gave him headlights, thanks.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Nice.
Oh, man.
What a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
it's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Before he runs out of battery power. Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a clue. His flashlight function, apparently. Should we look at her dead body? There's not much in here. Tinko's dead body. She took her last breath, crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is to stab her into the back of her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the sounds. Wait. We heard a noise. Understood. I'll not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tinko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Oh, then that makes
By
sense.
the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. I assume it's the sword again. The blood managed to get to the cage. Oh, it was the neck, which means it's from the top. But the thing was being moved. You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. How did they open the board underneath her, but she still got hit from behind, above her? Seems unlikely. This is the cage used in the seance.
is this?
Looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. That's a pretty large iron cage. Big enough for a person to fit inside. Obviously, there was a person inside it. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tinko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey,
Look at this.
is this?
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tinko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
I imagine so. The splatter must have been when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tinko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tinko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. We saw the blood under the sheet, though. That's a possibility. Yeah, the blood was under the sheet before they picked her up. Ah, this floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tinko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
but
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. The stone? There's a rock next to Tinko's body. This must be a... Please rest your forehead upon the stone marker I placed here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Certainly, it is merely needed as a marker upon her forehead to rest upon. Like this? Tinko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit in the cage. What else have we got? Should we talk to the peeps? Oh, the sheep? The dog? It's the white sheep we used for the seance. I assume that's got blood in it too. This is placed on top of the cage. Does it have a hole in it? Kia was the one who removed it.
Is this?
The cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back... Look, there's a blood stain on it, right around the middle of the sheet.
But
But no hole in the fabric. Which means Tinko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. It had to be from the floorboard underneath, and this was holding the cloth down, which one person couldn't move. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. It takes 4 people to move. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to move it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly.
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tinko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. It didn't sound like you were kidding either. The only one who could have moved it was Gonta. But he wouldn't... I mean... That wouldn't make sense. It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable. Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I've performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits into my body.
Already.
Shut up, I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Mikey really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make it the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Now the only thing left is to talk to everyone, right? Or the candles, maybe? Candles hung on the wall. They're the only sources of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles it's pitch black. So how'd the culprit kill Tinko in complete darkness? I said things and that made Tinko look suspicious, and now this? I'm sorry, Tinko.
stop it.
Cry later.
Because...
Crying won't bring Tinko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit, for Tinko and for all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tinko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That'd be the best way to apologize.
Hey!
Himiko, hey Himiko! Be strong, Himiko! Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break. She's not talking, it's like Himiko's not even here. She must have been really shocked over Tinko. Let's leave her be for now. Okay. Himiko.
Why?
First Angie, then
Can
Tinko?
this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends?
Leave it to me.
I'll become the guiding light that shines on you all. Yeah, okay.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this...
Knew it.
Yeah, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
Of course.
I'm shocked about that as well, but why did the sounds fail? Because she's dead? We performed all of the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned about that than the murder.
Yes.
If we performed the cage shout again and summoned Tinko's spirit this time...
Stupid.
Cut the crap, just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the
I
seance?
see, yes.
True, that may be the best way to move past what happened. To know why the seance failed.
That's so.
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tinko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tinko. And after that I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all 4 of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards we stood in the 4 corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The sound should have been complete, but now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. That's terrifying. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows
What do you
something.
mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... How is Himiko strong enough to lift the cage on her own? I know she only tipped it over, but still. And it sounds like Tinko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yeah? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's
a problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem. And that is, why did the sounds fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
Point.
Obviously, since the sounds was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Mew? This investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Cunt Fu's killer is obviously one of you stupid assholes who signed up to this bullshit seance in the first place. No, not necessarily. Seriously, the seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be
through the board? So you believe that Tinker was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that? It is true that Tinker was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return, Tinker. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I'll not say a word until the seance is over. Tinker wants a Kyo, so at that point, she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she'd already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tinko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point to this case. Obviously when the noise happened, right?
Oh, man.
What a lame function, you should... oh, yeah. Are we done then? Something about the hole in the corner? There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still. A hole. Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. A weapon? Something dropped down there? Something dropped from here? What is it?
Hey.
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
You're right.
Let's do it. Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down. Got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took a candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole under the floor. It's a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues. It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling into this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously she was killed from under here. Right? What does that say? Cut crosspiece. Look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too. And from what I can see of it,
It's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This is cut by someone. It should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing. So what purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tinko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why? There's two different lots of blood. There's a bloodstain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tinko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey.
The back of this floorboard has blood in it too. You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
What do you mean?
Did Tinko's blood splatter here when she got
That's
killed?
true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these bloodstains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Yes. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tinko's. What is this? That's in the corner. It's a sickle. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well...
A sickle could be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too. If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
That's right.
And since Tinko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
But
Even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tinko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tinko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. And her posture is the question. If the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tinko, the culprit threw the sickle onto the floor in the dark. Well, they could have been under the floor for the entire time. Either of those is possible. I'm assuming it's an extra person, and that's why the seance failed as well. Look, they can come in from outside. Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off. You can see it into the next room. This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. Looks like natural rot. The hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it would have been pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
And then they could have just used a light like we're doing right now. True. They used a light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? I think we finished investigating here.
Is that alright?
Mark, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. After Marky and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation. What's left? Surely we're done.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise? What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tinko had different killers, then the blacker we need to vote for is the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tinko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
But
But this is bigger than the killing game, for the sake of the two who died. I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way, but if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. Are we going back? Back to the artist room? We've already done that. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. Another bunch of dead people. This is getting zero escape on us. Everybody's dead. Oh my god, Kokichi's dead now?
It's a lie!
God damn it. Should have known. Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? What are you doing?
Oh?
Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood. Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard. You stepped through a floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through it. What bad luck. The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean they prepared all 3 rooms just in case?
Huh?
Because they knew the seance was gonna happen in the room, but they didn't know which room.
Confidence. Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up. Oh man, it's because of you guys I didn't have enough time to check something. What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to re-research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately,
Man.
I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Hio perfectly reenacted the seance as was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, but he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about that later. At the class trial, so see you there. Sure. Kokichi left. The blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Bloody Kokichi. Bloody Kokichi. Let's go, To.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous
Do you
sometimes.
wanna die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? Not really. Alright, and now it is time to wrap this one up, and I guess in the next one I'll bring you back at the entrance to the trial grounds. And we'll head in to start the third class trial. I have no idea what's happened here yet. Well, I mean, I've got some ideas, but it's pretty much impossible to call a legitimate culprit this early on, you know, except for the obvious ones. It's never the obvious ones, so it's almost certainly not Kokichi nor Tenko, unless it is Tenko now that she's dead. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.